Yeah, this is part 2 of the idols. Your religion is a scam. You're all worshiping idols. You gotta figure it out, man. The Abrahamic religions is idolatry. The so-called Jews, that word, I find that word quite contentious anyway, so I just call them so-called Jews because, you know, anyway, yeah, they came from the Europeans, right? The European people that claim to be of Jewish descent because of something that's written in the book. Even that in itself is a scam. It's a nonsense, really. When you think about it from a higher state of being, it's stupid. Something's in a book, so therefore you feel like you can go around. It's a nonsense, man. Anyway, let's go back to the point that it's idol worship. Christians in their churches have a crucifix, images of Jesus, blah blah blah. They bow to it, they pray to it. I grew up Catholic. There's always a grotto which has Mary's thing in there with baby Jesus, which is Isis and Horus, yeah, basically. And we're worshiping this stuff, right? Even in the charismatic churches, they have images, and in your own 10 commandments it says don't make graven images. But the thing is, the 10 commandments are just universal rules of how to respect or revere the Most High. Don't steal, don't take another's wife, don't take another's property, don't kill. Like, it's common sense. Don't make a graven image and say that's God, because God is everywhere. God is consciousness. He's like, it's almost a disrespect, right? They do that. The Muslims do the same thing. They bow to this rock that they claim came from heaven, but nobody was there. Nobody's seen this rock come from heaven. Now let's even go deeper about the human sacrifice that these religions have made to these idols. When the missionaries came to Africa and South America and Southeast Asia, the global South, yeah, they came initially, Bible, blah blah blah, silent trade, all the rest of it, right? Then eventually there was the kind of, it's similar to the Spanish Inquisition, you know, like they killed a lot of Africans that didn't want to convert to Christianity. They killed a lot of them. They killed a lot of South Americans. They killed a ton of them. Before the Christians had even come, the Arabs had come and killed untold amounts of people when they chose not to convert. They had the Senegalese, the Gambians, as their foot soldiers, killing people that didn't want to. And all these people that were killed to honor the idols. You get it? And then after that, like, they got people to, they realized that the ones that decided to accept didn't truly accept. So what did they do? They took the children away from the parents to go and indoctrinate them. This is what happened. This is the story of quote-unquote slavery. This is kind of like the beginning of that whole narrative. Yeah. Anyway, if you don't believe it, go and do your own research and go and argue with yourself. I don't give a shit. Like, these are just facts. At the end of the day, you can't tell me that a God that is here for all of humanity is an Arabian God. What if I'm from Indonesia? Or what if I'm from Indonesia's not a good example because it's basically practically all Muslim anyway, because they were all forced to convert. Like, where is the original Indonesian culture? We all had to take their names. We have to take their names. We have to read in their language. We have to believe in their God, dress like them. I mean, come on. Like, what kind of universal God would do that? You're worshipping an idol? You're worshipping an idol. Anyway, back to the idol worship point. Christians worship Isis and Horus, yeah? All Christians do it. No, not all Christians. Mainly Catholics do it. The Church of Rome, that's one of the gods that they renamed. They took that god from Africa, renamed it, rebranded it, right? Made human sacrifices to it, and convinced you to pray to it. That's Catholicism. And whilst you're under this hypnosis and doing all of this, you still give them money every single week. There's never been 1 week of Catholic Church or anywhere in the world where they've said, you know what, this week, yeah, we recognize that inflation's gone up. We recognize that times are hard. We recognize that, you know, maybe people are this or people are that. So this week, there's no collection. Every motherfucking week, you're gonna pay. You pay your tribute to Rome, whether you like it or not. Whilst you're doing that, they are harvesting that spiritual energy and using that energy for metaphysical purposes. And then on the physical side, they're investing that money in banks in Switzerland, in gold, in resources, blah, 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 and enriching themselves hand over fist. And you're there broke, defending that religion, saying that you will kill somebody, or you get triggered by your ego and you want to respond and this and that. You're fucking lost, mate. You are lost. You've literally lost your mind. You've literally, like, you're asleep. Islam is no different. You know, they go and fetch water, that the Zamzam river or whatever it is, and they think it has supernatural powers. Like, why don't you fetch that water and take it to like a church in a hospital in Gaza and go and help some people with it? When COVID came, they were sanitizing Mecca, bro. So where was Allah then? Like, my people, I'm not even trying to disrespect any religions. I'm just telling you what it is. It's not about disrespect. It's about telling you what it is. If you want to believe in what you want to believe in, that's absolutely fine. You sit there and suffer and die. That's absolutely fine. I have no desire to go to the heaven of your idols. I have no desire to do that. Let your God deal with me on that level. I believe in my ancestors. I believe in the conscious, creative energy. I believe in the spark of life. I believe in the oneness of consciousness. I don't believe in any of the other crap. Like, think about this logically. The same Jews that supposedly the Muslims have a problem with, the Orthodox ones, they put a black cube on top of they strap a black cube to their heads and they pray. The same black cube in Mecca. And in fact, I'm going to go deeper today. Muhammad, right, got married to Khadija. Did you know that Khadija was a Roman Catholic nun? Did you know that? She was bankrolled by the Vatican. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. Bankrolled by the Vatican to create a religion in that region. Bro, it's a scam. The Dalai Lama is a pedophile. He's another scam artist. Bro, nobody can lead you to consciousness. Nobody can lead you to God. You can lead yourself to God. How the fuck are you praying to somebody else? Like, all right, cool. We all wake up on a desert island. All of us, we just wake up one day, yeah? And we're all looking for the way back home. And some guy that woke up with us is telling me that he knows the way back home. And you, and all of you on the island are like, yeah, he's right. And you go and follow him. And on top of that, you give him money. and you start growing, you start, you know, the little crops that you're cultivating, you go and give it to him because he knows the way back. Oh my, you guys are so lost, bro. You're so lost. You're so lost. The Jews stand against a wall. Another thing. They stand against a wall and they wail. They write their whatever it is, and they put it into the wall. This is idol worship, guys. Like, can you guys not see this? I'm shocked. Like, can't you see that it's idol worship? It's idolatry. For one, I don't actually care about this stuff, right? My focus is on consciousness, but my channel going forward, I'm gonna make 2 types of videos. One called the Christof reality, which I talk about stuff within the Truman world that we live in, which don't make sense. Yeah, all the scams, all the rubbish, all the bullshit. I just highlight it because I want the NPCs to glitch. I want their brains to go and I want those that have a little bit of spark of trying to think. If you come across it, it will give you some tools to actually, you know, follow some breadcrumbs and find your way to yourself. Then the other stuff is more my consciousness kind of stuff, where I'm talking about consciousness. Guys, man, it's idol worship. You know, it's idol worship. It's idol worship. It's idol worship. The thing is, there are entities, there are energies that live in this reality. You can call them gods if you like. Yeah? So, there are, like, as humans, you have to think back to the beginning of time. Or even think back, even now, just look at it. You go to the forest, no human is in control of the forest, but the forest provides animals, livestock for us to hunt and kill and eat and sustain ourselves. It provides us with wood, which we can make shelter. Gives us horses. It gives us herbs, gives us medicines, gives us loads of things. It's an energy. It's like a god. Do you understand? It gives. Yeah? The earth gives. It's an energy. The ocean, it gives. It's an energy. The heavens, the sky, it gives. It's an energy. The sun, it gives. It's an energy. The moon, it gives. It's an energy. You follow? There are even some animals that give a lot more than the regular animal. Like the cow. The cow will give you milk, it'll give you leather, it'll give you transport, it will give you ability to till the land, it will give you the ability to carry things. There are people on earth that perceive it as a god because it's an energy. The ox, what do you call the other one? The elephant. Yeah? So from a primitive human mind, not even primitive, but even from a common sense standpoint, yeah, they are energy centers. Do you understand? But ultimately, every nation or every group of people, wherever they collectively grouped, they had there are things that they have. You know, in economics, we call it their competitive advantages in terms of energy, resources, blah, 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 blah. These are your gods. So the ancient Egyptians, they named them because the ancient Africans were very advanced. They named them, called them this, Isis, Horus, this, Set, that, to signify these energies, and worship them and revere them. And they humanized them. They gave them human forms, made them gods and goddesses, and worship them. Now, once the human mind starts to believe something and give it energy, it comes to life, just like a thought. In your mind, if you give it energy, it comes to life. Because why? Because we are co-creating this reality. Yeah? So once you give them these forms and you sacrifice animals, you sacrifice things, because maybe we haven't had rains, so you sacrifice some animals, whatever. Whether it's true or false, in terms of the God actually taking that sacrifice, something happens. Maybe it's a way for them to supercharge their manifestation power, because now they've made it real. They've shed blood over it. And if something happens, they rightly or wrongly attribute it to the god or goddess. Right? Now, when the Greeks came to Africa to learn, they took these concepts to Greece, renamed them, right, and started to form religions. This is the history. Eventually, the Romans also learned from the Greeks. They also renamed these very same gods and these energies, created religions. Do you understand? In Arabia, they also had the same concept. They used to worship loads of gods, loads of deities, and they all got bundled up into one. And that's what today you call Allah. Same concept. No Muslim can explain where the sun, the moon and the star symbolism comes from, or where it's found in the Quran. It's not there. Allah is a lunar god. That's why all their all their feasts and observances, rituals are tied to the moon. You don't stop fasting for Ramadan until you see the moon. You don't stop fasting Ramadan until you see the moon. They count the number of moons until a specific event. Just like the Christians do with Easter, because Easter is tied to the goddess Ishtar. So if you're Christian and you're celebrating any of these feasts, you're literally doing pagan worship. Literally. Because there's nowhere in your Bible where it talks about Easter and the need for you to observe it every year. There's nowhere in your Bible that says you need to observe Christmas. Christmas, the original time, Christmas used to be the same time in ancient Rome, where they used to celebrate something called Saturnalia, which was a period of complete debauchery, feasting, and trying to resuscitate the sun, because the Church of Rome, one of its gods is the god of the sun. And this is why Jesus, if you really read between the lines, he is actually the sun. And they're talking about his journey through the sky. Bro, I've read the books. I've done the work. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking shit. If you think I'm lying, why did they call him? He walks on water? Because the sun walks on water. The Son of God. The S-U-N of God. He wore the crown of thorns. Just like when you try and look at the sun, it pierces your eyes. Yeah? He rode into what do you call it? What's the other one? Even turning water into wine, that's another one. And even the 2 loaves of bread and the fishes, that's Pisces. That's him when he came close to Pisces. When he got betrayed, he he got stung by the scorpion, which is Judas. He got, you know, and even Leonardo da Vinci and all these ancient Roman artists, they put in their artwork because they know the truth. They put in their artwork. They show you. It's not a secret. The reason why he has 12 disciples is because it's the 12 houses of the zodiac. Bro, you guys are literally worshipping idols, man. You're worshipping the same gods that the ancients used to worship, but just in a different form, renamed, rebranded, and you guys are feeding it with your life energy. Feeding it with your life energy. Spending thousands of pounds or millions and millions of pounds just to go to Mecca every year, enriching the Saudi government, when they are literally building hotels right opposite 5-star hotels with spas and whatever else in Mecca. The blasphemy. All this money they take for these pilgrimages, they can't even help their next door neighbors when they're being smashed by Israel. Because it's one on certain things they get it. It's just like how the governments of the world fuck you over, but pretend that they're enemies, but really it's just one group of people that are just fucking you under with different masks. You understand me? Because the government, you know, they'll claim that they're fighting each other, blah 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 blah. But when it comes to certain things, they're all in agreement. Oh yeah, Russia and Ukraine, bollocks. But yet they're all signees under the Antarctic Treaty. Code of silence when it comes to space. Code of silence when it comes to certain things. Come on, man. You're being played. You're being played. It's simple. But you guys can't see it. But this is the last time I'm gonna actually do anything on religion, because I've realized that people don't want to wake up. People don't want to wake up. They don't care to wake up. They enjoy their hell. So let them sit there. Yeah. This place has become Sodom and Gomorrah. It's hell. And you know, even in the Bible, because again, the Bible is a book of allegory, and it tells there are certain truths in there. You know, we used to call homosexuality sodomy. Sodomy. Yeah? He sodomized him because of Sodom and Gomorrah. And the crazy thing is this. Why did Sodom and Gomorrah happen? If you go to the Bible and read the story, an angel came to visit Lot, I think. But they were in human form. So call it consciousness in human form. But the people there were so sexually deviant and so rabid and so animalistic that they made advances towards these people, these conscious beings, and the decision was made to destroy the whole place, right? So you have to realize that whatever happens, eventually Sodom and Gomorrah will be destroyed. And we are living in Sodom and Gomorrah right now. Bro, there are men that are women right now. And it's on TV. And they're pushing it onto kids. You can't tell me there's a level deeper than where we are now on the hell spectrum. There can't be. The only thing they're yet to do is to make bestiality official and pedophilia official. But they do it anyway. They put it right in your face with Pizzagate. Don't you remember? Did you not read the Podesta paper, Podesta expose and stuff? They put it in your face. They put it in your face. Epstein and all this sort of things. Yes, maybe they're just energy harvests and stuff like that. But even the fact that they brandish it and they have all these things, you know, Marina Abramovich and all this crap, you know, putting it in your face, is telling you that they want, even if it's not true, the fact that they put it into your reality, and you as a conscious being, you co-create, so you make it real, right? So the fact that the media, the machine, the thing that controls the media and the screen of space, the thing that's the entities that are running this place are putting this stuff in front of your face, you are in hell, my guys. You are literally living in hell, bro. There's no level deeper than this level. The next level deeper is fire. You know, you need to come away from Babylon. You need to come away from these religions. You need to come away from paganism. You need to stop following religion and follow spirituality. You need to become spiritual. You need to live in accordance to, like, being divine. You understand me? And being divine, yeah, even a child knows how to be divine. In my culture, we have a saying that nobody can teach a child God, or nobody can teach a child who God is. I'm an Akan from Ghana. That's what we say, which means that it's in us for us to be divine. It's in us. It's, you know, yes, we have good and we have bad inclinations. Yes, we're human, but you can show kindness. You can show kindness. You can live in accordance to your own self. You have to be truthful. If you're not happy about a situation and you got yourself in a situation, whatever, get yourself out of it. Live in accordance to who you want to be, like who you truly are, not who you want to, like who you truly are. You know it. I did a video. I can't remember what I titled it, or maybe I've not posted it, because I record loads of these fucking things and sometimes I forget to post them because life is busy. I don't do this. This thing is just a labor of love. Every night when I'm driving to and from you know, in between my bits and pieces. And I think I spoke about it, but everybody knows everybody knows what the soul wants, you know, and how they want to truly, how they wish they could live, you know, but they're lying to themselves, you know, because they're living in low dimensions and being controlled by thoughts, feelings and emotions, and, you know, rationalizing the fact that they're not being true to themselves by giving some bullshit explanation as if it fucking matters. It doesn't. It's crap. You're gonna come back here and live it all again, you know. Take it from an NDE and somebody who's aware of, you know, I'm aware of who I am and what I am. You understand? I've been here. This is not my first rodeo, that's for sure. I tell you, I know that. And so even if you don't take anything, just recognize that, like, be intelligent enough to sit back and investigate everything I'm saying. You know, even if you don't want to quit religion because you're afraid of hellfire and whatever else, just kind of like open your mind, yeah, and look into it from a objective standpoint. Maybe just apply a bit of common sense and just say to yourself, hey, you know what, for the next 4 hours I am not Christian. I'm just a human being with a soul in my body, and I'm going to look into the things that this guy is saying. And if they're true, wow. If they're not true, I just go back to being a Christian any fucking way. Do you understand? Think. As they say in Latin, qui bono, who benefits? Why come to Africa? Why leave Europe and come to Africa? Why leave Europe and go to South America? Why leave Europe and go to the Americas? Why leave Europe and go to India? Why leave Europe and go to the Southeast Asia? Why leave Europe and go to Australia? Why leave Arabia and go to East Africa? Why leave Arabia and go to West Africa? Why leave Arabia and go to Indonesia? Why leave Arabia and go to travel all the way to China to try and convert people to this religion? Why? What's the benefit? Like, if I'm a fucking boo-boo monkey climbing up my trees and shit, like, leave me be. Let me climb my fucking trees. What's it to you? Why does it bother you? Why do you have to come and tell me to? Why do you want to save? Why do you want? See, here's the thing. If you don't get this, then you're seriously stupid. Like, they care about your soul so much. They came to your land and killed your people to convert to this religion. Yeah, to save your soul. Right? But now you're living in impoverished, you're poor. You live in poor conditions. You're poor. You need money. You need things to go. You need resources. But they won't give you resources. So you care about my soul, but you don't care about my belly. You care about my soul, but you don't care about my children. You care about my soul, but you don't care about my well-being. You care about my soul, but you don't care about my hierarchy of needs. You don't care about me living a decent life. Wow. If you believe this shit, you are a goofy. You are a dumbass, dumb goofy. This motherfucker came to your country, came to you to tell you that he wants to save your soul. Yeah, your eternal soul. But he will not give you food to eat when you're hungry. Oh my God, are you people for real? Are you for real? Are you for real? Are you actually sane? Are you actually normal? Are you actually sane? You're fucking with your mind. You're fucking with your mind. What's stopping Saudi Arabia to say, hey, you know what, all Muslims in the world, you know, Gaza, blah blah blah, Gaza, Qatar, all of us, we're one religion. Let's all unify. Let's all unify. Let's all have a collective wealth fund. Let's all help each other's countries. Let's help each other's people. Fuck the country. Fuck the political thing. Let's just help each other. Let's just help each other, because we're brothers and we love each other. And we want to save each other's souls. And you know, but just because I want to save your soul, I also need to take an interest in your well-being. What's stopping the Church of Rome from saying, hey, you know what, we've been taking money from you guys every week in, week out, instead of taking money and then building more churches? And like, do you know the Catholic Church is like one of the biggest landowners in the world? Because every church that it builds, right, it got these really cheap deals, and on top of that, they don't pay tax. Guys, you're being fucked with. But anyway, you know, let's sell a couple of, forget the gold and all the money that they stashed. You know, let's convert a couple of the churches to schools, because there are schools, there are kids in Africa, right, and other parts of the world that are living in really, really dire conditions, right? They're super, like, their schools, they have to sit on the floor and shit like this, right? So let's turn a couple churches into schools in those areas, right? Or, you know, matter of fact, let's build a couple schools, you know. But the schools that are there, right, a lot of them are, even the quote-unquote religious school, a lot of them are in disrepair, because they don't look after, they don't fund it, they don't look after it. They don't look after any of that stuff. Do you understand? It's crazy, man. Anyway, so open your eyes and open your mind, because if you can't see it, I can't help you. I can't help you if you can't see it. That's the whole story, man. Anyway, that's that. That's that. Right, let me park my car.